Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Please like, share and subscribe, and let's go for the weekly reading. I'm gonna try to be as short as possible, as I always say, and I never deliver what I promise, but yeah, I swear that I'm gonna try this week. I don't know if you guys had any symptoms this week, but this past week, while I'm recording this, is still the weird week from, we're still in the week of late January, beginning of February, but maybe you guys had some physical symptoms like excessive tiredness, you felt like you needed more hours of sleep, maybe you felt dizzy, headaches, migraines, even diarrhea, too much thirst, things like that. Even peeing a lot can happen because you were eliminating a lot of liquid from your body. Like I said, there was this DNA activation happening, and I really feel that that affected us in a physical form. So maybe that could have happened to you guys. Of course, I'm not a physician, so if you felt anything that could be too out of the ordinary, always go to a doctor. It is important to go to a doctor because not everything is about just energy. But yeah, it could have had to do with the amount of light coming in and activating the light codes coming in and activating our DNA and things like that. But now, for the second week of February, we have a very important thing happening, like I mentioned in the previous video, which is Jupiter. Jupiter going in direct movement on the 5th of February. And actually, on this very day, the 5th of January, we have if I look sideways, it's because I have the chart opened right here. We have a lot of important things happening. We have Jupiter going on direct movement, and it's gonna be making a quincunx with a perfect quincunx at 11 degrees with Vesta. And Jupiter in Gemini has that feeling of too much going on in our minds, but not just that. It's that need to, it's that hyperactive child wanting to do a lot of things all at once. I always say that it is as if you have like a bazillion ideas at the same time, but with this quincunx with Vesta in Scorpio, it's like, yeah, just keep in mind that you have, even though you have all these ideas going on and this expensiveness of the mind, just keep in mind that they have to be correlated to your inner fire. Never lose that that essence that lights up your inner hearth. Never lose that out of sight. And not just that, because it's Scorpio, it's like, and never lose perspective that you're doing this, all these ideas, they have to be linked to your deep transformation. This has to do with your transformational process. Don't lose focus of that. On the 5th, we also have Uranus and the moon in Taurus. They're going to be conjunct. at 23 degrees. And they're also going to be having an opposition with Juno on Scorpio at 27 degrees. And this gives us a very... I'm actually going to talk about all the aspects and then I'm going to summarize because I don't want to be too astrological here. We have Mercury conjunct to the Sun in Aquarius. We have a lot of Aquarian energy happening with Pluto in Aquarius still, Ceres in Aquarius still. And we are also going to have this conjunction still happening in Pisces at 28 degrees, perfect conjunction at 28 degrees, with Neptune in the North Node in Pisces, and Venus will also be conjunct to that, but Venus will be already in Aries at 1 degree of Aries. All of this is going to give us an energy of, first of all, is going to bring us some clarity about all the changes that we want to do and that we want to make, and a lot of vitality actually, because the Sun will be conjunct to Mercury, so we're gonna have a little bit of clarity of where our spirit wants to go next, but again with a bazillion ideas going on at the same time. But with Vesta, Lilith and Juno, Lilith will be in Libra, and Juno in Scorpio, with this commitment of, okay, just don't lose track of who you are, and this commitment to your own transformation, to that this moment is all about your deep transformation. So no matter what you want to do, these ideas that you have, just keep in mind that they have to be related to bringing you like inside out. You're turning into this new person. So just keep that in mind. I don't care what you do, just keep that in mind. And with this Uranus and Moon and all of that, I feel like it's a moment of experimentation. And not just this week, but all through February, we're going to have a little bit of this energy, and also March, until the end of March, until the astrological New Year's, to be honest. But especially this week, it's almost as if, especially with Jupiter going in direct movement, it's, you know, when you go to an ice cream shop or a frozen yogurt shop and they have like a lot of toppings, usually they tell you, hey, you can choose up to 5 toppings or 6 I don't know. But in this case, it's like you don't have a limit. You can choose any toppings. So you just go to the shop and you go and you freak out about the toppings. You just put everything. You're like, oh, I want, I don't know, M&Ms, strawberries, sprinkles, and cherries, and I don't know, caramel nuts, whatever, and caramel syrup and chocolate syrup and marshmallows, and you just keep putting stuff because you want to try out what fits best with which bite of which flavor of the ice cream or the froyo or whatever. You're just gonna go insane because you want to see how you react to things. This Uranus with the Moon is like, I want to feel my reactions. I want to see how I embrace changes. And time for experimentation is now. It's like, I think I used this metaphor in the previous video. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I just have a terrible memory, as you guys know. It's like being in Professor Snape's potion class and trying out different mixtures and just trying and see what fits best to make the ultimate potion. This is gonna be the period where we're gonna be in, and this is gonna happen because we're gonna be we're gonna be being trained to learn to let go. It's a lot of this Piscean energy, because remember, we have the node conjunct, the North Node in Pisces conjunct to Neptune and Venus, although Venus is in Aries already, but and Saturn is still in Pisces as well, even though it's not conjunct, but it's going to be later on conjunct with the North Node as well, far ahead in the game, around April, May. But all of this is conjunct, and remember that there is this opposition always to the South Node in Virgo that is requiring us to open up space and let go of control. And so we're being taught, asked to learn to let go of control. But this is almost like the rehearsal. February and March it's like the rehearsal, because things are going to be changing and shifting really fast on 2025, and we have to learn how to modulate our energies emotionally to these changes, or we will freak out. So the trials, again, the training happens now, because this next 2 months we're gonna have big shifts. Like, it's like we're having waves and waves and waves happening of things shifting, and we're gonna have to learn how to deal with them and be very patient, because nothing is gonna be a constant anymore. And I feel like this training, because it's Piscean energy, it's gonna be very intense. Remember that Pisces is like this water sign that is about the deep ocean. So the waves are gonna be very high and low. The frequency it's very, the bandwidth is very broad. The distance between peak and valley are very, it's a very big distance. And it's going to require a lot of patience. It's going to train our patience. And I feel the metaphor that always comes to my mind is that through February, especially February, but also March, it's as if we go to the edge, to the beach, and we wait for the wave of the ocean to come in. And when it comes, we see what it brings to us, what the sea brings to us, and we find little shells and cockles and things like that, and we're like, oh, I like this shell, I like this little starfish, and we collect what we like and we keep it in our hands, and then the wave leaves, and then we just stay there waiting for the next wave, and then the next wave comes, and we're like, yay, the next wave, what is it gonna bring me? And we look at it and we're like, yeah, I don't like any of it. Oh, okay. So we wait for the next tide, for the tide to rise again and bring the next wave. And okay, next wave, yay. And then it brings new stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh, this wave is just brought so many cool things. Okay, now I like this bigger shell. I'm gonna keep it, and oh my god, this algae is so different, but in order to keep it, I have to leave something behind. So yeah, I have to think quick on my feet before the wave goes back again. So I'm gonna, I don't know, drop this and keep this algae because I don't have too much space in my hand. So it's like learning how to adapt what is best for you and what is not, while the wave comes and goes and comes and goes, because everything is gonna shift all the time. Because this next year will be all about life bringing stuff and taking out stuff. So You learn what you want to keep and embody and what you don't want to keep and embody. But these things are going to be surprising and shifting all the time. It's like, would you like this? Would you like that? Would you like this? Would you like that? I didn't bring anything this time. Would you like this? Would you like that? This whole year is going to be about this. So this period right now, will be the training ground. And we're going to have to learn how to deal with it. And I even have this, and to deal with it emotionally is very hard, because human beings are not used we don't know how to regulate our emotions. Most people are very anxious and controlling. That's why we're learning how to let go the South Node energy in Virgo. And dealing with emotions is really hard, because it is the one part of us that is related to our instinctual part. It's about our instincts. It's about our animal side, which is something that is irrational. We don't really have a lot of access to that. It's subconscious. We cannot regulate that very well and very directly. That's why I even wrote it down. Part of my therapy, and a lot of therapists work with that, is the cognitive behavioral therapy. We work with this triangle where I even made a little drawing where we have our actions. Let me see. Yeah. Actions, thoughts, and emotions. Each of them influence each other. So our thoughts influence our emotions, but also our emotions influence our thoughts. The same thing is valid for our emotions. Our emotions, they influence our actions, but our actions also influence our emotions. And the same is true about actions and thoughts. Our actions, they influence our thoughts, but also our thoughts influence our actions. Let's say when we are sad, we don't feel like doing anything, but when we do something that we're very proud of, we become happy, so it influences our emotion. The same thing when we're having when we have limiting beliefs. We are afraid of doing something, so we don't do it. But also, when we fail to do something or we get rejected, we start thinking we are not good enough. So it influences our thoughts as well. So you see, they go both ways, independently on which axis you choose. The one that is the hardest one to control is emotions. So if you freeze that, because the one we control the least, you can work with these two, thoughts and actions. Which one is easier for us to deal with? It really depends on the situation. If you can work with your mind, if you can reshape your thoughts, you can reshape your habits, reshape your actions, or you can reshape your emotions. The same goes to actions. If you can reshape your actions, you can reshape your thoughts, or you can reshape your emotions. So you can always access any axis by working with one axis. But if you can work with two of them, you can access this one, which is the hardest one, easierly, in a more easy way. I don't even know if easierly exists. I don't know if I made sense, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is that this is going to be really important. Oh, I think my cat is meowing. Just a second. As I was saying, this awareness is going to be really important for you guys to assess your emotions, and even though you don't go to therapy with me, but to try to regulate this big shifts and try to not to freak out. while these things are happening with you. And if you are someone, and you know yourself better than anyone, so if you are someone that has more control, and always lean on the axis that you feel like you're the strongest. If you're someone that think that you can control your habits, that you have more control over your habits, or over your actions, so leaning more on that. Try to change your habits and again modulate them in order to keep you sane, in order to influence these two axes more. But if you think you're more of a mental person, more stable mentally, then keep this one more stable, and influence these other two. I always use myself as an example. I, believe it or not, this one is my strongest one, is my strongest suit, is the emotional one. And my weakest one is this one. So, because I'm a very chaotic person. So, usually I'm someone who goes into the emotional side to try to reframe my mental state, and by making the two of them strong, then I try to enhance and make the action, the habit realm strong, because it's my weakest. So again, do what it's needed of you, what is best for you, because you know yourself better than anything, than anyone. Sorry, not anything. Because it's important for us to integrate all these parts and make them work together. Okay, I hope I said it all. I had a lot to say in the Portuguese video, but they were all downloads that just came while I was speaking. It's not coming to this one, so I'm just gonna pull out some cards. I'm just looking right there because a spider is hunting something. And I'm seeing it as a sign. Now what's coming for me is that something is being prepared for you guys. No, it's not being prepared. It has been prepared. And it's being kept safe. It's being protected. You just have to be patient enough to receive it. It's not even receive it. What's coming for me is unwrap it. There's the right time to unwrap it. And you're gonna unwrap it. It's gonna be revealed to you when it's the right time. Not revealed, it's gonna be delivered to you at the right time for you to unwrap it. It's not, you know, when you put meat to be curated, not curated, cured. Is it cured, curated? I don't know, when you put salt on meat and wait for it to be matured or something like that, to make ham or jamon or prosciutto or things like that. Anyway, dried meat. And there's this period where it has to be cured. I think it's cured. Yes, curated. It's when you go to an art gallery. Yeah, the meat has to be cured, and it's being cured. It's not It's not the right time to unwrap the meat. If you unwrap it at the wrong time, it's just rotten meat. It's not proper for consumption. But things are being taken care of. Because I often see spiders as protectors. There's something that is being kept safe for you guys. So whatever it is that you're worried about and is trying to control, don't worry. It's gonna come. It's just being out of your sight so it won't be spoiled. Just like aged cheese that you have to put in shadow. It has to be underground or something like that. I don't know, I don't eat cheese. I'm allergic to dairy, to a protein called casein. I'm allergic to that, so. Yeah, that's what's coming for me. But I think that's how cheese ages, right? It stays hidden in dark chambers. At least that's what I see on TV, because everyone I know loves aged cheese. So I see them watching stuff about cheese. Anyway, I think you guys get the metaphor, guys. Don't make me talk about cheese, which is something I don't know about. Okay, let's pull out the cards. Whoa, this flew. Oh my god, I love this card, the Selkie. I'm gonna go like this because of her. You know what? I don't care about YouTube, especially because there are so little people watching my channel. And this is art. I don't care that she has her breasts showing off. The Selkie. People have to get used to breasts that are not being sexualized. People sexualize everything that are not related to breasts. And when you have like art, they're like, oh my god, breasts. There are people doing ASMR that are completely sexual without any hint of visual sexuality. And YouTube is fine with that. And I'm like, yay, okay. In Scottish, and I'm gonna keep holding it, I don't care. In Scottish mythology, Selkies are shape-shifting creatures who can change from seals to humans by shedding their skin. Myths say that if a man finds a female Selkie's discarded skin, they can marry the Selkie while she's in her human body. The man hides the skin, trapping her against her true nature, never allowing her to return to the sea and her kin. The only way for the Selkie to receive her freedom is to find and take back her skin. Male Selkies are unusually handsome and lure women to them. They are also where we get the myth of the merfolk. Meanings: feeling like your freedom is compromised. There is a loss of self-control. It's exactly what I said about the spider. You guys feel like you don't have control over something that you really, really want. Your freedom is compromised. There's a loss of self-control. And it's like, nope. Trust me. What you really want. Oh my god, it's just too cold. My cat came in and he wanted the air conditioning. What you really want is safe. There's no need for you to try to grasp it. There's no ill intention of the universe against you. Again, you're being protected. The spider. Okay? We have to learn vulnerability. We're vulnerable as humans. We're the most vulnerable of species, to be honest. Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. This is what we're working on. Learning to let go of this control of Virgo. Is that thing, when it says integrity, reverence, and service, is that thing that I always say about Virgo. We have to learn that in order to be of service to someone or something, we have to first learn to be of service to ourselves, to reverence ourselves, to have integrity towards ourselves first and foremost. Instead of just going willy-nilly all over society. Why am I having a hard time speaking? There's a throat chakra issue happening. I think you guys have to put out there, literally put out there to the universe what you want. Especially with the Selkie card. The Selkie is a mythical creature. It's a magical creature. I think you guys, that's why it's Virgo, it's the opposite of Pisces. I think you guys are very skeptical of magic, of how magical life can be, of literally of miracles. You're almost like in that energy of as if, you know. So you're not daring to dream a dream. That song from is it Les Misérables? I think it is. I dreamed a dream. I think it is. I dreamed a dream. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I think it is. Yeah. That she talks about how she dreamed of a better life, but she lost her dreams. That's coming to me. It's like you guys wish something, but you feel like it is just so out there because it never happened. It didn't happen yet, still. So it will never happen, as if, you know, it may never happen. Maybe it may never happen the way you want it to happen. Virgo is control. But it doesn't mean that something related is not meant to happen. Maybe something better is being kept wrapped for you guys. It's maturing. It's being cured. The flavors are getting better. Just like the meat. It's aging. I feel like you're like, yeah, but I'm aging. It's like you don't believe in magic. I know the lyrics aren't that. The lyrics are, do you believe in magic? But it's like you don't believe in magic. Again, what are the odds of someone finding a mermaid, or because the Selkie are actually, again, they're seals, they're not mermaids, but what are the odds of a man finding a skin of a seal that belonged to this perfect woman, and yet there are tales about it all over Scotland, and you're like, yeah, as if. it's like you don't believe in miracles, that a miracle can happen to you. And because of that, you don't even dare throwing it out there to the universe. You don't dare to dream. That's why you're staying in Virgo energy, the extreme of Pisces. How bad can it be? You know? Just, you don't even have to put it on a paper and do manifestation boards, and that would be actually a great thing, because this new moon in Aquarius is the ultimate time to do that. Would be the perfect timing to do that energetically. But even if you don't want to do that, it's like, this is BS. At least just say it from the top of your lungs. I want this. Oh God, how, just like a poet. Oh Lord, how I would like this, blah, blah, blah. That would be enough for the energies of the universe to listen to you. Just make the energy, just transform the energy into wave and throw it out there. Bring this thought form to matter. Wave is matter. Just don't keep it to yourself, buried deep in shadow and layers and layers and layers of doubt and skepticism. Otherwise, there's no possibility of the miracle happening. Because if you don't believe it will happen, okay, then at least you just try it out, something silly, and that's it. But what if it happens? What have you got to lose, just by saying something? Again, I'm not telling you to get a board and draw something and do collages and write stuff. No. Even if you just want to take a piece of paper and write it down, not even that. Just say it. In the shower, if you don't want people to listen, just say it in the shower while you're driving alone in your car. Just kill the skepticism for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough to say a sentence. To utter a complete sentence. And it's funny I said utter, because it just came to me. Is it udder? The thing that you milk from the cow? I think it is. With a D. Udder. I don't know. The cow's, cow's breast. I think it's udder. Udder. With a D. It's because of my pronunciation. It resembles udder with a T. Because I have a very Californian accent. So yeah, it's like milk something out of words. Maybe you can get some cheese. Enough to make some aged cheese. Oh my god, the metaphors, they just keep coming. I'm insane. Okay, enough. Did something, something also, I'm gonna take the one that jumped out, but there's something else also flipped in the middle of the deck. Deep quiet, meditation and stillness. I'm sorry you guys, there was something poking my eye. I had to take a look at it. I'm fine now. So, We have deep quiet, meditation and stillness. With the colors of the crown chakra and the crown chakra glowing. So yeah, it's a moment of deep introspection. And this is a very Piscean energy as well, because of all these Aquarian energies. Like I said, Mercury with the Sun already brings this, the Mercury conjunct with the Sun already brings this highly agitated mind kind of energy, but also Jupiter in Gemini going direct movement agitates this mixture even more. And Pluto in Aquarius is also very mental already. So we're having a very intense week of mental charge. So it's very important for you guys to try to allow things to flow and to be in this, try to relax your mind, especially if you have a tendency to anxiety and things like that. Otherwise you're gonna go insane. So it says meditation and stillness. So meditation would be a very good exercise for you guys. But trying to connect yourself to art and things like that, everything that relaxes your mind, you know. Music is coming for me as well. Yeah. It can be very, very, the mind can be very agitated, especially because Uranus is going to be conjunct with the moon, and a lot of emotional energy coming, agitating the ideas that are going to be like going 1,000 miles per hour. So yeah. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. You're gonna have to be resourceful with your time. That's what's coming from me. You're gonna have to be smart with your time. Because again, you're gonna have to allow things to flow, so not be too controlling. And you're gonna feel, this Virgo in you is gonna feel like, oh, but I have to be on schedule. I have to do this and I have to do that. It's like, nope. You need to relax. But I need to finish this. I need to finish. Yeah. So learn to do more with less. And if you can't, and again, we are being prepared to letting go of a lot of this. Because Virgo can be very demanding of themselves. So we're learning to be less pristine, less demanding of ourselves. So it's like, yeah, just like the cactus. The cactus is not a beautiful plant. Let's face it. Well, if you're like me, you think everything is beautiful, but it's like, compared to the other plants, it's like, yeah, it's not that beautiful. But it's useful. And it can live where no other plant can. So it's like, yeah, I don't care if it's not all that. I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to do what I have to do with the bare minimum. Yeah, but it's not the best. I don't care. It's the best that I can do with what I have. If I have no water, this is the best I can do with what I have. I'm not gonna be what's the name of that plant? Oh my God. I live in the country with the biggest forest in the world. But that's the thing. I don't remember the name of the plants in English. Anyway, you know, I don't have to be one of those huge trees with big leaves and that produce, I don't know, juicy mangoes, and it's like, yeah, I don't have to do that. I don't. I barely have water to myself. Why would I produce tons and tons of mangoes, juicy mangoes, with leaves this size? Like, nope. Fragrant mangoes is like, nope. I have to do with the bare minimum, because this is what I have. I have 1 drop of water. I have 1 drop of energy. So I have to be in stillness. I have to be quiet. And again, that metaphor of the wave coming and going. I can't keep all the shells to myself. I have to be resourceful with what's coming, with the waves. You know? What is the name of the plant? Jeez, I have mantis on my head. Mantis is the insect, the prey mantis that has the little hands like this. Anyway, I'm insane. Whatever. Jesus Christ, we already... Okay. It already flipped. In talking about tropical forests, we have the panther. The panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Exactly. And for me, the panther is not just any power, especially the shadow power. This is integration. It is counting on your shadow. Especially because it's 44, it's like your shadow is gonna be the one that will give you stability. If you keep counting on only your light is gonna be trying to bring your Virgo energy, because it wants to be all beautiful or all ego, everything in schedule, but your shadow is there to protect you. Your shadow is the one that miracles can happen. Your shadow is the one that, hey, I'm tired. I want to be resourceful. I want quietness. I know there's something better for me. I wish upon a star because I'm freaking tired. I believe in magic. I believe in magic. Your shadow is the one connected to the magical side of you. Because your shadow is the one that guards your inner child. Don't be afraid of letting your shadow take control sometimes. That's why it's deep quiet, because you have to dive into your inner self to find it. You guys became acquainted with your shadow, haven't you? So let it take the reins. Your shadow is very resourceful because you've been feeding your shadow very little your whole life. So it knows how to do a lot with very little because it's been ignored for a very long time. And it needs to be trained. What's coming for me as well, it's like it needs to be trained as well. It needs its place to shine. This is a great playground to train it. Okay. Oh, the card already... Oh my god, my eye again. Flipped. And I'm not gonna take the usual cards as like a different type of thing that I'm gonna do. 4 of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Justice. Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles, guys. We just got Pentacles and Justice right in the middle. And at the back of the deck, should I Page of Cups reversed, but should I take it reversed? No, okay. Because I usually don't take cards reversed, but sometimes they tell me to. Page of Cups. Okay, so what do we have here? Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Justice, Ten of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles. Guys, keep, again, with Justice in the middle, everything is going according to plan. There's balance. The scales of justice are being adjusted. Your legacy is being guaranteed. Just keep working on your life, because the universe is working on your legacy. That's what's coming for me with these two. The only thing that you have to do is make sure that you are holding up to your values. With this Four of Pentacles and this Nine of Pentacles. And with these padlocks here, and the Panther, is make sure that, and also meditation and stillness, don't let anyone invade your space. With the Selkie card, don't let people steal. Don't let people steal your power, steal your skin, get a hold of you. Keep your boundaries exactly as you put them. Again, know the value that you have. Don't lower your standards. Don't lower your standards because you want the rewards right now. Believe in the miracles. Believe in the miracles. They're coming. They're being worked on. And you're going to have everything that you always wanted. Ten of Pentacles is the legacy card. Is the fulfillment card in the material plane. Life is working on it. Karmic justice is being made. But the back of the deck is allow yourself to keep dreaming. Believe your dreams are gonna happen. The reason why I asked, do I read it reversed, is because it's an energy to avoid. So do not let yourself believe that this is not gonna happen. Because the Page of Cups is a dreamer. I always connect the Page of Cups to Ariel. Ariel had this big dream. And because she had dreams, she was a dreamer. She was very creative. And she had this lightness in her. Page of Cups is a very light person. And because they're light, this lightness makes their dreams come true. And they whisper their dreams to the world. So allow yourself to do that. Do not hold back. Do not think that, oh, it's not going to happen. It's funny because they asked me to part the deck, and I was parting like this. Where was it? There's this one, but there was another one. Yeah, this one. This one, there were two cards that came out in the same in the reading for the Brazilian channel as well. The Three of Pentacles reversed. So Three of Pentacles reversed, and they're telling me to read it as well reversed. If you need help, ask for help. Do not think you are invulnerable. We live in a society where we are vulnerable. We need each other. Don't believe in the fake idea that we're independent. We're not. We're the most dependable and dependent species on Earth. As long as we keep selling this idea that, oh, we are independent, we can be independent, we're gonna die and kill each other as a species. We're not gonna survive. So if you need help, humbly ask for it and accept help. Okay? And you also have the Hanged Man, but also reversed. So you're having a moment of clarity. Things are opening up. And not just that. You're almost there. You don't have to wait too long. The dream, again, is almost being revealed. The meat, you're gonna unwrap the meat very soon. Just make sure you're keeping yourself in your power. That you don't lower. The thing that is coming for me is like, don't lower your standards. Don't open the gates. Before it's time to receive it. Just because you're eager to have something. You're gonna have everything that you worked for. Everything. Just be a little more patient, because the universe is being very, what is the word? It's not even diligent. It's being very, oh my god, there's this word in Portuguese that is untranslatable to other languages. It's being very meticulous. It's putting a lot of, the word would be meticulous. It's putting a lot of effort, a lot of love, a lot of care to your into your future. It's taking extra time and extra care, because you see, she's hugging the butterfly. She's not just painting, she's hugging, and the butterfly has a lot of love. So it's like this special butterfly. It's like you're a special order. You're not just any order. That's why it's taking longer. And that's why you can afford to believe in a miracle, because it's a special one. You're not just any butterfly. So dare to dream. Dare to dream. And whisper it to the world. Okay? Meanwhile, hang in there and quiet your mind. Be resourceful with your energy. Don't exhaust yourself and lower your standards. Just because you want it and you want it now. This is what most people are doing. They're trading off short-term what is the word? Short-term rewards by corrupting themselves. Be incorruptible. You see that it's gonna pay off big time. It's gonna pay off big time. Don't corrupt yourself. Don't open the gates. Can be harder. The way can be longer. can seem like a drought. But the victory will be much sweeter. Okay? So yeah, guys, I helped you somehow. I hope I made sense. I hope these videos are helping you guys. And yeah, have a great week. See you in the next one. Lots of love and light, and bye!